What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? It's the Ikes Tech Talk weekly live stream, man. I hope everybody out there is doing great this Thursday night. Super special episode tonight, man. As y'all can see, the boy got the brand new setup, but as we always do every single week, yeah, we got a brand new setup, but nothing changes around here. So got to get a heat check, man. How's everybody doing on this Thursday? Almost there to the weekend as always, but just want to know how's everybody doing, man. Want to know how everybody's doing. So let me know down below, man. All right, and while we get to that, I'm just going to hit that roll call real quick. Check out and see who's here, who's the who and who. Yo, Mike been posted that joint since 8:01. Appreciate it, big bro. Appreciate it, man. Homie Greg said he gonna spin back through at 9:30. Salute to you, my good sir. Salute to you. All right, but I'm gonna make sure video good, audio good. Want to make sure everything is good too. Make sure everything is good. I know kids in the building. What's going on? How are you? How are you? Homie Oscar, yo. What's good with you, man? My homie Barry Johnson. What's good to you? What's good with you, sir? What's good with you? Yo, Mark, whether you're 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, it don't matter as long as you're here, man. Appreciate you being here. David, same thing to you, man. Just appreciate y'all being here. Gigi's in the building. Hello. LaShawn said, Net King Mike sent me over. I can't with y'all, man. I can't with y'all. Yo, if y'all didn't catch Wire Wednesday yesterday, man, y'all gotta go check it out just for this right here. Y'all got to. I'm not gonna spoil it. Go check out Eric over at Easy Computer Solutions live stream last night. Check it out. Got to. Mike said it's a party. Yo, that Flocka joint, I ain't heard that one in a minute. Man. Mike said I better have a Cash App on deck tonight. I'll go ahead and put it up in a bit, man. Like I said last week, because a few of you guys kind of talked me into it. I normally don't post it just because you guys being here is more than enough, but I'm gonna go ahead and post it. There's absolutely no obligations whatsoever. If you want to donate to the donate to the channel or whatever the case may be, definitely do so. Again, no obligations whatsoever, but it's definitely been appreciated. So appreciate you guys. Jason C is in the building. Hope everything is good with you, my good sir. He said, why not Venmo? I don't have Venmo. I only got Cash App, unfortunately. Kenny, man, what's going on with you, man? Hope everything is good with you. Got the Hawks TV. Me and the Hawks was actually just chatting up about Xiaomi's fast wireless charging down in the comment section on one of my videos. So hope everything is good with you. Yeah, brand new setup. Lights, everything, man. So let me know, how's the quality on that? How's the quality? Yo, the homie Mark is in the building. What's going on with you, my good sir? What's going on with you? Yo, Savage, what's going on, my good sir? How are you this evening, man? He said looking like a superstar. Nah, I don't know about all that, man. Just a little something. Yo, Easy E is in the building. What's going on with you, my good sir? What's going on with you? This dude here to flip the switch. Yeah, I'm sure wanted the bet. Nah, man, nothing like that, man. I'm gonna actually, like I said, get into all of that, man. The story behind it is actually pretty dope too. Big special shout out to the wifey, man, because like I'm not sure, for all of you men out there that have significant others and things like that, man. The wifey, at the end of the day, every decision pretty much for the channel, for the household, is at least ran by her. You know what I mean? We run our household as a partnership. So pretty much she just told me straight up, you've been doing so much and working so hard and sacrificing so much, go nuts. So without her, none of this is a thing. So shout out to the shorty. Yo, Shark FinTech, what's good with you, my dude? What's good with you? I would be smiling that hard. Yo, bro. Yo, y'all don't understand how long I've been waiting to get this, just in front of y'all, man. Gigi invited me to come on Tuesday, and I had one more thing I was waiting for. And I honestly didn't want to premiere it on someone else's live stream. I wanted to wait for my own and kind of do it my way. So Gigi totally understood. She always looking out. Dang, I see that, Mike, the tick watch, yes sir. But yeah, Gigi, she always looking out, man. So she totally understood. But I've been waiting for this, man. I finished it. Like, final box was unpacked today. But as far as everything behind me together, I've been working on this since Friday or Thursday of last week, man. So it's been a long process. Yo, Jason, what's going on with you, dude? What's going on? Yo, already we gonna get a teeny bit into that because I'm gonna show you guys the latest pickup. So we definitely gonna touch on that, Gigi. Yeah, Hawks. That's good. Yeah, me and the wifey, man. I mean, everything, anything that she's into. Like I said it on a couple live streams ago. She's into slime, like slime to play around with and all of that. She's super into it. So I was like, hey, you want your little slime area set up? We can make that happen. So, but yeah, man. Go nuts, but sir. I mean, that's literally what she told me, LaShawn. Go nuts, go nuts, go nuts. Hey, how Water's in the building? What's going on, Joseph, man? Hope everything is good with you, my dude. All right, cool. So we finally got caught up as far as the chat. So what I'll go ahead and do, man, like I said, I hope everybody's good. Nobody's really letting me know how their week was going, but we got a ton to kind of cover tonight. We might even run a little long, which is perfectly fine. I love kicking it with you guys at the end of my week. But so obviously, man, the elephant in the room is the setup. So first thing, and while we're talking about this, I'm gonna go ahead and just throw up the Ikes Tech Talk. And for y'all that want it, the Cash App, man. Like I said, hold on. First, that message first. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That actually, will help a lot more. But we'll go ahead and throw up the Cash App. Like I said, nothing is required, man. Nothing is mandatory. Just appreciate y'all being here. Everything that's given is super appreciated, though. But anyway, to go ahead and get right into the setup, man. So when it came to the setup, for those that don't know, I have my third and final keyword child on the way. I'm having a baby boy, Mason Lamar Armstead. He'll be here September 14th is when he'll be there. We pretty much finished getting everything that we needed to get for him. I would say maybe about a month ago. So we've like literally just finished up. Only thing that's left is just like diapers, stuff like that. Heard something behind me. But diapers, stuff like that. And like I said, we finally finished up, and I kind of had my old desk set up in our bedroom. That's where I was actually live streaming at before. And it was honestly just a bit cramped because obviously the baby's gonna be in. Yo, I already see that notification, man. Yo, appreciate you, Mike. Appreciate you, dude, for the tip, dude. Yo, like I said, I absolutely 100% appreciate you. Yo, y'all already going hard. Chill. I'm not ready. Too much going on. But anyway, so yeah, baby's crib in the bedroom. Things was just looking a bit too cluttered and cramped. And I wanted the baby to have enough space to where it didn't feel like we were just kind of throwing him in there with us. I wanted him to have his own little corner, own little section, decorated with like little posters and stuff like that. I really wanted to feel like his little area. So what I told the wifey, I was like, look, I'll move all my office stuff to the living room, pretty much just take over the living room or whatever. And I was just going to move out my original setup. And she was like, well, since you're going to be doing that, do you want to make some upgrades? So I was like, well, what kind of upgrades are you talking? Because I could think of a few things now. And she was like, look, you've been working hard. You've been sacrificing, doing things as far as the kids, making sure everybody is good, as far as the fam and everything. So, just have at it. Go nuts. Make the space your own. So that's literally kind of like I said, the story of how it came to be. Hold on. Let me get into this really quick and then we'll continue. Yo, Emily, how are you this evening? I hope everything is good with you and the little one on that side. Thank you so much. Took a lot of work, but I'm happy I was able to kind of get it off the ground running. Mims was over there hating in Mike's stream, thought I wasn't watching. I saw you, man. I saw you. What's going on with you, man? Hope everything is good. Have I ever thought about using over the ear headphones? You mean like what, like just for live stream or whatever, or like to hear myself, or I'm not sure what you mean by that. But anyway, for live, I actually haven't. Am I talking super loud or something like that? I'm just curious. Because I honestly I never thought about it. So kind of upgrades you speak. That's literally what I asked her. So I was like, look, you know. But anyway, getting back into it. So that's just like I said, kind of how Galen. I know you lying with that. My bad, y'all. I know you lying with that. On your birthday, bro. Yo, me and Galen, man. Since I pretty much started, I know I'm kind of going off topic, but since I started, man, like everything with me and Galen has just been like just on the same wavelength for everything. I swear on everything. I call this man my brother from another mother because that's literally what he is, man. Like literally, so many things in our lives just seem to just mesh. You know what I mean? And it's dope to find somebody like that, you know, like through YouTube. So that's awesome, man. That's absolutely awesome. But getting back into it. So like I said, now we'll just dig right in. So I guess I'll start with this shelf over here. Let me make sure you can see that. Yeah. So obviously, as y'all can see, that's the Black Mamba shelf. So I decided to go with Black Mamba. Obviously, D Rose and Black Mamba, favorite two players of all time. D Rose is my absolute favorite player of all time. Followed this man since Memphis, early Bulls, when he youngest MVP, all of that, man. So D Rose, in my opinion, is absolutely my favorite player for on and off the court reasons. But obviously, we'll get into that when we touch on his shelf. But Kobe Bryant on this side. So got to start with him. So for those that don't know, I grew up in a Laker household. So the love for Kobe was kind of ingrained into my DNA just growing up. Kobe is my pop's absolute favorite basketball player of all time. In his opinion, he is the GOAT. Nobody will ever be better. That's just the way it is. It is what it is. But real talk, like, if y'all don't know, this man's mentality as far as like his work ethic, like he's definitely the personification of grind and that. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that says hustle, but grind and hustle. He's the absolute personification of those two words. This man, Kobe Bryant, worked so hard and literally on the court was just legendary. So I had to throw Kobe up there. Getting confused. Had to throw Kobe up there, man. The quote that's on this left one here, I'll just read it real quick. But I have nothing in common with lazy people who blame others for their lack of success. Great things come from hard work and perseverance. No excuses. If you want something in life, no matter what it is, whether it's YouTube, your dream job, to learn a new skill, whatever, you have to go out and make it happen. Nobody can do it for you. Put in the time, put in the grind, get it done. That literally is the personification of the homeboy Kobe Bryant. So like I said, that's kind of the dedication here with this. This other poster here is just his game winner over D Wade. I kind of chose that one on purpose because my mom-in-law is the biggest Miami Heat fan. So had to kind of throw that one up in her face or whatever the case may be. So, and then getting into this one real quick, obviously you got D Rose here. D Rose, again, all-time favorite basketball player, not just because of what he did on the court. Homeboy was an absolute force, and still to some degree he is absolute force on the basketball court. The man was super explosive, super athletic, just got it done both ends of the floor. Still to this day, I want to say he's the youngest MVP the league's ever had. So D Rose is probably the greatest what-if story to ever happen in NBA history. But what kind of solidifies him as my favorite player to have pretty much ever played the game, just in my opinion, is just how much motivation and dedication this man has to the game of basketball, right? For those who don't know, which I don't know how you don't know, this man has had at least 2, maybe more career-ending injuries, and still to this day hoops at, I'm not going to say he's hooping at a superstar level, but he's definitely one of the better support players in the league, even if he's coming off the bench. And I want to say he's going back over to the Knicks, and the Knicks actually look like they're going to have a squad. I wouldn't be mad seeing the homie D Rose get a ring. That's definitely for sure. So, but anyway, I had to put the hustle sign next to D Rose specifically, just because after everything that this man has faced, all the adversary, people telling him just give up, just retire, whatever the case may be, the man pushed through, did his rehab, came back, and still, like I said, to this day, depending on when you catch him, is an absolute force on the court. So just his perseverance through all that adversity, through all of that, we'll say tragedy, I couldn't think of the word, but all of that tragedy and all of that stuff that happened to him, he could have easily just said, you know what I'm saying? You know what? I'm done. I'm going to just take my money and go do whatever. But he's still doing this thing, man. So I had to throw the homie D Rose. He will forever be my favorite basketball player of all time. That's just the way it's going to be. Hustle Science, pretty much self-explanatory. The colorway, as far as the lights and the black and red, comes straight from the Chicago Bulls. My desk is kind of that hardwood color. That's what I wanted to go for, to kind of personify that basketball court. Pretty much as a whole, the setup was just in NBA inspired. And then I threw in the red and the black for Chicago Bulls. I had a couple of white hits, like some cables and stuff, but can't see them. They're behind me at the moment. So like I said, just wanted to give y'all kind of the lowdown on the setup, man. It really means a lot, because like I was telling a lot of people, it's really intimate and personal to me. Like I'm happy that I was able to bring my love for basketball and things of that nature into my setup for YouTube. So that's kind of the whole thing with the setup. If you have any questions, man, definitely just drop them down in the comment section. I'm gonna go ahead and catch up with these comments, because I know I'm like super far behind, but we're gonna go ahead and catch up on these. Galen said, I swear, so dude, look like if he comes on time, man, you're gonna share it with the son, dude. So that's definitely gonna be dope. Definitely gonna be dope. Hot water, yes, sir. I'm actually in my living room now, man. I'm actually in my living room. No, I didn't paint. Actually, shout out to LaShawn and Migs, man. They gave me the idea for it, but it's actually just like a background for photography. A lot of photographers will use this type of paper and this color because, if you don't know, gray actually absorbs and kind of amplifies whatever color you shine on it. So like where you see, like with the red here, the red's honestly not that bright, but since it's on that gray background, it really absorbs it and amplifies that color. So had to choose gray to go with that. But that one, like I said, was all LaShawn and Migs kind of picked out the color on that end, man. But like I said, we got to go ahead and catch up with these comments. Yo, the homie Barry, D-Rose, all day, every day. Yep, homeboy, it was definitely a Piston, man. Definitely a Piston. Salute, Mamba mentality, man. That's how I'm looking at YouTube. Mamba mentality, bro. Stay in my lane, focus on what I'm doing. I'm not worried about what MKBHD is doing. I can't be worried about, even with, creators that are in my immediate circle. Like, I can't be focused on what, I'm saying, LaShawn is doing or Gigi's doing. I can't be focused on what Barry's doing or anything like that. I got to focus on what Ike is doing. So as long as I stay in my lane, man, and focus on mine, everything else should fall into line like dominoes. Is how I'm looking at it. Yo, El Jefe is in the building, man. Glad you can make it, bro. Glad you can make it. Savage Fire setup. Yo, appreciate you. Let's go. Oh, Let's Go is my favorite too. Yo, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. The world is definitely a less happy place. I would say a less motivated place without Kobe Bryant, man, because I could listen to Kobe talk for hours, bro, just about his work ethic and why he did some of the things that he did, man. So just had to drop that knowledge on y'all. Yo, 504, man, I see you in the building, snuck in like a ninja, man. What's going on with you, my good sir? Bad guys, just trying to make sure I'm catching up on these talent. Catching up on these comments. I was already reading his comment way too fast. I wasn't a Kobe fan, but of course respect the talent he was taking. Yeah, hey, facts. He had so much stuff that he was trying to do, man. Like, if you ever want to be like truly inspired, watch this man's video on. Kobe did a short film and he won an award. I don't remember what award it was, but he won an award. The short film, I think, is just called, it's either like My Love Letter to Basketball or just Basketball. Or it's like My First Love Basketball or something like that. Watch it, man. I'm telling you, you will be inspired, bro. Yo, Lewis, what's going on with you, man? Hope everything is good. Yo, these are facts. D-Rose a beast and will be. Yo, I hope he makes it in the Hall of Fame. I don't know, just because he didn't have as much of that, like his peak performance. But if this man would have stayed peak, bro, there's no doubt in my mind that Bull squad that they had when he first got injured, they could have definitely competed for a championship, man. At Luol Deng, Jimmy Butler, Noah, all of them, man, they definitely could have got a ring, without a doubt. Without a doubt, man. Sorry, bro. Knicks ain't getting no ring, no time. Let me dream, LaShawn. Let me dream. Yo, I love humble. Yo, facts. And that's one of the things that I loved the most about D Rose is like you have players like KG and Michael Jordan who were definitely tenacious and they were like super aggressive and would talk tons of trash and smack. D Rose let his game speak for him. He was gonna dunk on you, go back, play defense, steal the ball, and then dunk on you again and not even crack a smile. This man played literally emotionless. Like all time, man. My favorite player of all time, bro. Always. Can someone translate the b-ball talk for me? Yo, pretty much all you need to know. D Rose, absolutely a monster. Still good to this day. He had like maybe 3 career-ending injuries. Kobe is arguably, and like in my opinion, arguably top 3 of greatest of all time. In my opinion, Knicks going to be competitive. I think Knicks will be competitive. I gotta take a sip of the. Oh yeah, yo, shout out to Mims. We got to be stealing the kiddos juice, bro. I had to take a sip so I can get myself together. But yeah, man, I think the Knicks are going to be pretty competitive this year. I don't see any East team. I mean, maybe the Nets, but who I already see in the finals, bro, I see Lakers and Nets in the finals. Just what moves are being made and, what trades are official and all that stuff. I definitely see Nets, Lakers in the finals this year. Yo, shout out to you, David, for that, man. Yo, 4 years owning your landscape business in Florida, bro. Hey, shout out to you, bro. Because I know owning a business, man, like everybody think it's just you just go apply for the LLC. Yo, it's hard work, bro. It's hard work. It is hard work. My dad's kind of doing his little business ventures and stuff, and he be telling me it's hard work, man. So shout out to you, yo. Congratulations, my bro. Congratulations. All right, I got to catch up on these. I know I am behind. D Rose is one of the smartest players in the league now. Love how he changed. Yeah, he had to because he couldn't be as explosive as he was before because his body just can't handle it. So IQ definitely had to step up. And in my opinion, back in his peak, that's the one thing that I would have said he needed to add to his game. His IQ just kind of leveled that up just a bit, and his shooting ability as a whole, because he's always been explosive. His shot has always been it's all right. You know what I mean? So his IQ has definitely stepped up. Question, what is the best part of your desk setup? I'm gonna say the best part of my desk setup is, let me see if I can, it's probably my monitor here. It's just a 32-inch LG 4K monitor. Having that big of a monitor compared to having the 2 side by side, I just feel so much more focused and intentional with my workflow. So that having multiple screens, I just feel so much more focused. So I'm gonna say that's probably the best part of the setup. That or my desk, because it is a standing desk too, so I can stand up while I work. Trying to watch that the pandemic wait, but and that bod too. But I would probably say that. It's a great setup, looks cool and professional. The personal touches and that's exactly what I was going for, Emily. Exactly what I was going for. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't just like you could go to someone else's channel and see something similar. I really wanted to add my own little flair to it, my own little touch. So it definitely came out like beyond my wildest dream, because it wasn't easy to get it to that. So kind of happy with it. Well, they said the Bucks wouldn't get a ring. I agree with that, Mims. I just feel like a lot of people had to be injured. And to me, the league as a whole is just crippled right now. I feel like a lot had to happen for the Bucks to do that. But that man, Giannis, was playing his absolute tail off. That man, he earned it. Like, I wanted Chris Paul to get a ring just because of like his age and his experience. And let's face it, he's probably never going to get to the finals again, but before he retires or whatever. But Giannis, he earned that ring. He absolutely earned it because the man was balling out of his mind. Correct. That's why pro photographers use 18% gray cards for that. Yup, exactly. I absolutely love how it came out with that, man. Yo, Oscar, I see you, dog. Appreciate that tip, man. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate that. I agree. You have to make it. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like you got MKBHD, all of them who are really doing their thing, trailing the algorithm and all of that. You got people like Jay Will, Flossie Carter, who kind of carved their own path. Like to this day, I honestly believe Flossie Carter is probably the only YouTuber above 1 million that doesn't do like B-roll and stuff like that. This man just does straight up top down perspective style videos and makes them movies when he does. And this man gets crazy views because he's built that audience. So carve out your path. You may not get there as fast as some other people do, but it's not a race. It's like literally find your own lane and just go your course. I feel like everybody has their time to really shine and to grind or whatever. So that's what's up. Yo, Greg, man, I hope everything is good with you, man. Blessings on you too, sir. Blessings on you too. Hey, that's what it is right there. Dear Basketball, first Oscar win. There we go. That's the one right there. Hey, Shay, how you doing, Queen? I hope everything is good with you. Hope everything is good with you. The Bulls spending that money. They should be. Yo, they are. We picked up Lonzo. No, is Lonzo the older one? I think Lonzo's the older one. We picked up Lonzo and we picked up DeRozan, I want to say. So definitely some solid pickups, man. We'll definitely see what'll happen for sure. BB talk chant, Lakers won't win next year. I don't know, bro. Lakers got a little squad, bro. I don't know if I would take 50 on that because them Nets do look strong if they healthy, but yeah. Yo, you actually got to see him ball in college, bro? I know he was hooping on them fools in college, bro. Yo, Emily, so I'm gonna say it's the Aldi's brand. It's the Aldi's brand one. I don't know if I got product showcase on, but it's the Aldi's brand. These, in my opinion, are actually better. Take a sip just for you. That one's for you. Lakers and Nets, granted, healthy player. Yo, same. That's what I think too. Finals in 2022 won't be the old man Lakers. The West is loaded. I'm so excited for this basketball season just for that. Like crazy, man. Iverson was my favorite, but that 1 year Rose played with the Wolves made me a fan. Yeah, the man absolutely plays his heart out and he puts it all out there. I remember that game on the Wolves where he dropped 50. He had his like first 50 bombs since all the injuries and everything. And the man was like, that's probably one of the only times I've ever seen this man really emotional, bro, because like the man plays with so much passion and he gets, from some people, doesn't get any credit at all. So absolutely happy that he was able to drop that joint. Give me 1 second, guys. Had to yell at one of the little ones real quick. Daddy duty never stops. But Iverson, man, I would say, in my opinion, Iverson, for me, just my personal top 5. I don't normally get into like the older players because I wasn't around to experience those games or anything like that. So, in my opinion, Iverson is in my top 5. Just for clarifications. Lakers got to get past Utah, Dallas, Denver, and obviously a more healthy and loaded Phoenix. Let's not forget Golden State back and healthy and stuff. Yo, Steph did get that bag. I don't know, bro. Lakers is looking loaded, bro. Dang, bro, stand up there. Someone come get this young man. He coming in with a Yo, I had wanted a standing desk since I moved into, I had a 1-bedroom apartment before me and the wifey got together. I wanted a standing desk since then. I just feel like they make you so much more productive because I'm actually standing on my feet rather than just kind of sitting. You know what I mean? So plus I've literally fell asleep, passed out in my chair before. I can't really do that standing up. So, but yeah, man, it does go up and down. Does go up and down. I see y'all watching the game. I unfortunately don't watch baseball. I love going to the game. I love that energy, but actually watching it, I just can't do it. Just can't do it. Yeah, Lonzo is the older brother. Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, Caruso did sign a contract with the Bulls, man. Like I said, man, I mean, we definitely got a little squad. Like I ain't even gonna lie. Do I think we got a championship team? No, absolutely not. But we got a little squad, man. Flossie is a crazy but cool cat who owns a cool and crazy. Yo, shout out to White Shoes, bro. I got my White Shoes. Yo, my kid, every time I'm watching a Flossie Carter video and that joint comes on, he starts singing it. He loves watching Floss's videos, man. Floss is the dude, man. He's definitely a good YouTube personality. Like, definitely. I can't stand Dallas either. They're trash. I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of Dallas if we're talking about Mavs. If we're talking about Mavs, I'm not a fan of Dallas. I'm a fan of Luka, though. Man's an absolute baller. But it looks like y'all might be talking about the Cowboys because I see Greg's comment here talking about the Panthers. Yo, Steven, man, what's good with you, bro? I hope everything is good. It's like the kiddos know when it's a good time. Yo, they always do. I don't know what it is, but like their bedtime, because school starts for them next week. So I'm kind of getting them back adjusted to their schedule. And school starts for them next week. And I'm trying to, like I said, get them back acclimated or whatever. And their bedtime, so 8 o'clock, they get in the bed, timer on the TV for 8:30, and then it's lights out. And you see it's 9:30 and still having to talk. So still working on it. Hopefully they'll be ready by next week. D Rose remind me of Sonic the Hedgehog now. He got dressed. Yo, facts. He got the little dress. I just wish he was as explosive as he used to be, because homie used to be so explosive, man. But we finally got caught up, man. Y'all dropping the fire when it comes to the comment section. But we got a lot of news. I know pretty much we already covered most of it throughout the week. That's kind of one of the negatives of having like an end of the week stream. Like you tend to miss out on a ton of, like a ton of the commentary. But anyway, I guess I'll just go ahead and knock out the pickup real quick. So your boy picked up, you already know what that is. That OnePlus 9 Pro, man. So for those that follow me on Twitter, which if you don't follow me on Twitter, you absolutely 100% should. I'm kind of biased, but you absolutely should. I dropped a take today, man, where I mentioned that and not even just for content creators, but just as a whole, but I feel like it's geared more to content creators, where it's like if you build value and you give your audience something worth watching and they can trust your opinion and trust your perspective, they'll watch regardless of when you decide to start your coverage on a particular device. This was kind of the fuel for me starting that conversation, because this is a device that I wanted it, but kind of like the Fold 3, I want it, but it's not something that I absolutely have to have day one. I can give that a little bit to marinate, let them work out some stuff, and find one for a steal. This is the mid-tier model, so the 12 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of storage, and it retails for what, $1,069? I think with shipping and tax, looking at about $1,100. I was able to grab this for $650 today. Literally drove to the dude, was like, y'all give you $650 for it on Facebook Marketplace. Just gotta be patient, man, when it comes to these pickups, especially when you're like newer to YouTube. And I use myself as like the biggest example, because it's like I'm not monetized. So why am I trying to rush to get my coverage out there where everybody else is spending top dollar on these devices? But I could just pump the brakes, get the device when I can get it, and really put it through its paces and take my time with it and not feel rushed and give my audience the best possible quality that I absolutely can. So it's kind of how I look at it. But yeah, man, OnePlus 9 Pro, definitely expect the coverage on this bad boy. Dropping camera comparison prior to the S21 Ultra. I'll definitely drop that. Because that's in my opinion what this is compared to the most is the S21 Ultra. So I still have both. I'm gonna do some comparisons with that. But just wanted to knock that out, man. But I see a couple people already talking about a few things. Yo, Mims, hey, I know Mims was talking about picking another one up sometime, but I wanted to pick it up, man, after all the updates and the camera stuff was all taken care of. From what I've seen, man, looks like OnePlus really stepped it up. I know they've been in the news for some bad things lately, but I gotta give it its fair shot the same way I would Samsung. I haven't had a OnePlus device since the 7 Pro. I had the 7T Pro, the McLaren edition joint, and I skipped the 8 series because they didn't have the 8 Pro and T-Mobile at the time, but I bought this one outright. So definitely gonna put that joint through its paces. And just like Gigi said here, man, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, y'all. We got 25 people in. Let's go ahead and make sure that we hit that thumbs up. And also subscribe if you're not subscribed. Pretty sure that all of y'all are though. But anyway, get into this joint right here. LaShawn Dumb Plus. Yo, LaShawn got a nickname for every manufacturer, bro. That is not Google, bro. That is not Google. Scrolling back up here. But yo, I did just see Prosser's leak like right before the stream. He's talking 450 for the 5A, so it is going up a little bit in price. But like, how do y'all feel about that, man? It's supposedly gonna have 90 hertz, I think like a 4,500 milliamp hour battery, 6 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon 765G, which was in the Pixel 5 last year too. Like for 450, man, that thing is looking pretty nice, man. Pretty nice. But I want to know what y'all think, man. Pixel 5A will be too. I honestly think it will. And I know they were talking about that last night on Wired Wednesday. Man, if Google can really get this device in people's hands, bro, that'll help them so much. Because in that 450 price range, like you don't have that many truly compelling devices. So it'll be dope to see what Google can do with that joint. LaShawn, tell us how you really feel about the OnePlus. It begins with T. I'm doing for him. Trash. Yo, Greg, I feel about the ZV. Oh, the ZV E10. How you feel about winning? Yeah, man. Like, especially, and that's a good point. So, like with the E10, like it's not going nowhere. Will I eventually get it? Probably, man. When I start to get more like into different lenses and stuff like that. Like I've literally just dialed in and focused on learning manual settings. Like I'm now doing everything on my videos on manual mode. No intelligent auto for me anymore. Not that it's not good. Intelligent auto is great, but it's just certain instances where you'll start to see an intelligent auto kind of mess up. And I'm not a fan of that. So went full-blown manual, trying to learn some color grading and Final Cut. So trying to get used to it. I'll probably pick one up eventually, man. No rush though. No rush. Yo, Gigi brought up a good point. I am monetized and I am not pressed either, sir. Laugh out loud. Do you? We will watch every, and that was my thing. And yo, shout out to like, and I know Gigi said it. I was looking at a tweet from T. I don't know if T's in here, technically T, but they brought up very good points, man. Because I was kind of feeling like, if y'all don't know, how Trent over at, or I know he changed his name from Mr. Tech Rant, but how Trent was feeling about dropping that Pixel 6 video was how I was feeling about doing duo coverage. I was like, I don't really want to do any type of duo coverage because there's already so many great videos out there on it. You know, from like Jay Will, from Easy, Gigi got some great videos too. I think Barry put out a video on the duo. I want to say Barry put out a video, but so many great and dope videos, man. I was like, and Gigi was like, but it's not Ike's. It's just like, it's not your video. So get it done. T said the same thing to Trent. It's not your perspective. So never be afraid to put out a video because you feel like too many people are doing the same video or whatever the case may be, man. As they say, there's room at the table for everybody to eat. Yo, thank you so much for that, man. I definitely worked hard to get it. Happy everybody seems to like it, man. Seriously. That's dope. I thought you weren't old school. Yo, I am, bro. I had the 5, the 6T. I think the 6T was the first one with the in-screen fingerprint sensor. I had that one. I had the 7 Pro and the 7T Pro. And I even had the 7T, the budget one. I had that one for a while as well. So I love OnePlus and Oxygen OS, man. Just some of the things that they've been doing lately has just been a little questionable. Like the whole move to Color OS, I'm wondering how that's gonna work because you essentially got a skin on top of stock Android with another skin on top of that skin. So kind of wondering how that's gonna work, man. But I'm gonna just let it run its course. It's because it's something different or a change doesn't mean it necessarily be bad. The whole throttle thing, I was one of the first people agreeing, and Barry was too. I remember me and him were talking about it. We're like, just offer option. They're gonna offer an option for the whole throttling, so we're good with that. They should have did it from the start, to be honest with you. But I'm willing to give OnePlus a shot. I'm really feeling, because I've only had it for a few hours, but I'm really feeling this device right now. Definitely in terms of like feel, I like the feel of this better than my S21 Ultra right off the bat. Mainly because of like the weight distribution. The S21 Ultra, in my opinion, kind of had with the camera bump, which I don't mind the camera bump, but it feels a little top heavy in my opinion. It doesn't feel as evenly distributed. Like I said, maybe it's just my hands, but this, in my opinion, feels a little bit more evenly distributed. But I can't wait to put this camera up against the S21 Ultra. I cannot wait for that, man. Because people dog this phone and the camera, and supposedly with the updates, man, it's on that level. So Ike's right. The better reviews are the ones where creators drop weeks later. It makes you feel like they're reviewing facts. That was the number one goal with my channel. Like long-term coverage, bro. Long-term coverage. 7 Pro still absolutely. 7 Pro, in my opinion, I would probably say the 7T Pro, because that was a little bit better than the 7 Pro. Absolutely peak OnePlus. Peak OnePlus. Monster device. Yeah, I'm gonna get to it, man. So we'll see exactly what's going down. It doesn't matter if it's done during the week. Your perspective, yo, I appreciate that, Lewis. I appreciate that, man. Sometimes I do be a little hesitant because, like, man, we didn't talked about Pixel 6 Pro and Z Fold 3 to death, but we gonna go ahead and hash it out and talk about it, man. Appreciate y'all, yo, for real. My content may be the most different here. Yo, Savager content is definitely different, my guy. Definitely different. $450. Water resistance too, Barry? Whoa! Water resistance, 90 hertz, 4650, and a Snapdragon 765G. Bro, I kind of want one. I don't even need it, and I kind of want it. Like, I don't need it, but I want it, bro. What's the screen size? 6.3, right, Barry? 6.3? All right, so I'm going straight for the 6 Pro. Yo, I know for a fact I'm getting the 6 Pro. That's like the biggest thing. Like, I want to get the 5A after hearing this stuff, man, but I know I'm going to be getting the 6 Pro for sure, man. Seriously. I already know it. People will complain about the price because it went up, but I think the upgrades warrant the increase. If we're talking about the 5A, absolutely. I agree 110%, because you're literally getting the Pixel 5. Pixel 5 retail for $700, and even now, bro, like, I think Google discontinued it. If they didn't, it's still $700. So you can literally get a Pixel 5A, which is pretty much the same device. I think it just has what, 2 gigabytes less or 2 gigabytes less of RAM for $450, bro. Get out of here. 5A is a great price, honestly, better than the 4A 5G and cheaper. See, that's exactly what I'm saying. You talking about the setup, man? Yo, appreciate you as always, Mike. Mike was kind of along the process too. I was kind of filling him in as I went. Yo, and shout out to Oscar too, bro. He helped me out a lot with it too, because I was trying to get some things together and things just wasn't coming out right. And Oscar, I hit up Oscar. We FaceTimed and talked about it and got me back on point with it. So appreciate that, homie. Oh, skip one. My bad. 450 sounds like a steal for that 5A. If it material, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, if it comes with those specs, bro, absolutely 110% beast mode. People will still complain about them, and that's the thing. Like, in my opinion, like, when it comes to Google, like, no matter what they do, they just can't win. Even with talking about the 6 and the 6 Pro, people are saying, oh, if the device is $1,100, it's absolutely going to, be bad or whatever. But and let me preface this by saying this first. I understand why everybody is saying that they need to undercut Apple and Samsung. I get that perspective, because it's like Apple and Samsung have kind of earned their right to price their devices that high, where Google kind of hasn't. So I understand where people are coming from with that. But it's like, think about realistically what you're asking Google to do. You're asking them to come out with a device that is on par with, say, the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the S21 Ultra, but you want them to charge less money than what we were okay with paying for those devices. Kind of, in my opinion, doesn't seem fair. I'll kind of die on that hill. I don't care if it's $1,100 for the Pixel 6 Pro. I'm buying it. Mark my words, I'm buying it. I don't care about trade-ins. I don't care about none of that other crap. Day one, I'm pre-ordering a Pixel 6 Pro, period. I use that Nova launcher. Yo, Nova is the GOAT when it comes to launchers, man. There is some dope ones out there, but in my opinion, I prefer Nova. Since Carl Pei left the company, OnePlus is not the same. No, I agree, dude. To me, like, Carl Pei was definitely the heart and soul of that company. And that's kind of why, if y'all been following my escapades trying to get these nothing earbuds, that's one of the reasons I want to grab them so bad, is because I know some people aren't a fan of Carl Pei. I'm a huge fan of this man. Like, in my opinion, now, and I'm not saying he's nowhere near on the level of Steve Jobs in terms of just being a product guy, but I feel like his dedication to the product and the small details really reminds me of Steve Jobs. So I'm a huge fan of Carl Pei. Huge fan. So 6.2. 6.2. Pixel 4 XL is, ooh, hold on, I might make some moves, bro. Because Pixel 4 XL is 6.3. So I'm not losing that much in terms of screen real estate. Yo, about to let y'all know right now. What I might do is try to see if I can trade in my 4XL and my S21 Ultra for the Fold 3, pick up the 5A to hold me over in the Pixel department until that 6 Pro comes out. Plus, I would like to have the 5A. I kind of would like to have that so I can run like Android betas and stuff on that rather than running it on my primary kind of Pixel device. Because I don't know about y'all, man, but running Android 12, it's like, I like the new features. I like Android 12, but it just hasn't been the greatest experience on my 4XL. It just hasn't. So I might have to make some moves. I might have to. Don't let gas gear acquisition syndrome. Yo, I try so hard not to, man. I try so hard not to, bro. I have gas. Took Pepto. We good. Hey, shout out to Scoop, man. I didn't even see you come in, man. Hope everything is good with you, dog. If so, that's kind of clever. Yep. Yo, Smart Launcher 5 is the best. I'm telling you. Okay, so then let me ask you this, Galen. Why do you feel Smart Launcher is better than Nova? And I'm just asking because I haven't used Smart Launcher. I haven't used it. But Nova, man, and they're coming out with that new version of Nova. I don't know, man. I don't know. Don't get TK started on Carl Pei. Why? He doesn't like him, Shark Fin, or he does like him? I like Carl Pei, man. I honestly really do, bro. I honestly really do. The tech media has created perception that Pixel devices are always overpriced no matter what. And that's my thing, dude. That is my it. Oh, I gotta take a sip on that. Let that comment right there marinate, bro, because that's gold right there. Don't be hating because you ain't got no Aldi branded Capri Sun, bro. Anyway, but back to this comment though. I agree 110%. Like, I've literally had people argue me down in Twitter space about this. Like, no, they haven't earned the right to price their devices that high. You want Google to come out with a device that has everything the S21 Ultra has and everything the iPhone 12 Pro Max has, but you want them to charge less money than what those devices retail for. How in the world is that fair? Like, how is that expectation fair? Right? Now, like I said, I'm honestly always in the camp for trying to get stuff for the best price, man. But I'm not mad at Google for pricing it at 1,000 or 1,050 or whatever. Like, I won't be mad. I think Max Weinbach, which is like the rumor guy, I think he was saying 1,100 for the Pixel 6 Pro. Oh, gotta scratch my leg. Sorry, guys. But I think he was saying 1,100 1,100 for the Pixel 6 Pro. Yo, if it dropped at that price point, are you guys still gonna pick it up? I'm just curious. I know I am, but I'm just curious if you guys would still pick it up. Never lose. Yo, that's how I feel. I never want to. I'm so used to like bigger devices, bro. I picked up that Pixel 5 and I was like, like it was so hard for me to get used to it. And I got used to it for a little bit, but it just always felt so crammed. Like, especially trying to use like split screen multitasking, it was just kind of tough to like, yeah, it was just kind of tough to get used to it, man. Kind of tough. Mim said, I'm a lawn chair guy. I do like lawn chair too. Lawn chair is pretty dope. The thing I like about lawn chair though, the one thing I will say that they have over Nova, I feel like it's so, and some people might not like this perspective, but Nova has so many options that at times it could be kind of overwhelming, right? And unless you really like are an OG Nova person, you know what you're doing. Lawn chair, in my opinion, it has just enough customization to not feel overwhelming. Like, you can get in there, do what you need to do, set it up, and you're done. You know what I mean? So I said that's just my kind of opinion on that. But I do like lawn chair. Lawn chair is pretty dope. Mike said he a Nova man. Yeah, through and through. I like Nova too. Yo, Gigi, with Smart Launcher, like what is it that you guys like about it? Like I said, I haven't used it, so I don't know. Is it like a kind of like Pixel S type of launcher? Is it more like a Nova type of launcher, or was like its own thing? Like I'm just kind of curious about it. Only OS I prefer over stock is Oxygen. Bro, I hadn't even downloaded the latest update on this joint yet, and I was just scrolling through it and all of that. Bro, it is butter. It is butter. It is butter. It feels so smooth and so fluid. It is beast, bro. It's absolute beast. I love Oxygen OS, man. And I mean, I'm kind of hoping that this whole thing with Oxygen OS and Color OS kind of combining will just be more so OnePlus taking the best features of Color OS and kind of baking them in. Because Color OS, in my opinion, has more features than Oxygen OS does. Like you're looking at things like floating window applications and stuff like that in Color OS. So if OnePlus can just kind of take some of that stuff and bake it in, I'm 100% on board for that. 6.4-inch display per processor. So that definitely makes it easier for me to go pick that joint up. And it's gonna have the same sensor, but I'm pretty sure Google's gonna do a little something in the software for the camera department on that joint. Is it supposed to have one lens or two lenses? Like I think it's supposed to have what, a regular wide and an ultra wide on that joint. I might have to pick that joint up, bro. I'm not even joking, man. I'm serious. I'm gonna be backlogged with videos. I don't even care. That's a beautiful problem to have. Lewis said, Nova launcher for the win. Yo, saying, hey, that juice. I got that juice. I need to go watch that movie, man. It's been a while. Yo, stole it right from the kids, bro. I be eating their snacks, drinking their juices. I bought them. I don't care. Every phone except the Galaxy and the iPhones are overpriced. And that's my biggest pet peeve. Like, I have no problem with spending retail for, say, like the S21 Ultra and the iPhone. Even with this, like if it wasn't for the time frame of when I got my S21 Ultra and I was still kind of using that hardcore, I probably would have picked this joint up at full price. It's just like I said, I didn't want it bad enough to pay full price for it. But I never felt like the OnePlus 9 Pro was overpriced. The one thing I will say right off the bat, OnePlus did hype this device up way too much, and I feel like they released it way too early. They should have let this joint bake in the oven for about another month, because over that first month of this device's life cycle, it was like 4 or 5 updates. They should have just waited, delayed the release, dropped those updates when the device came out, and it would have been in a way better shape. Like, from what I'm seeing from like Grant, which if y'all don't, Grant Likes Tech, man, for photo comparisons, man, check my man Grant Likes Tech out. He is the GOAT. Him and Danny, it's either Danny Winget, I think it is. Danny Winget is actually here in Florida too. He be taking photos up at Disney and stuff like that. Him and Grant Likes Tech are my go-tos when it comes to photo and camera comparisons. Looking at the OnePlus 9 Pro and his camera comparisons, I can't wait to use this camera, bro, because it's gotten so much better. Bro, the tech community be asking for bro, it's like you want all of these extra features and top tier specifications, but you don't want to pay for it. Like, bro, this stuff ain't cheap for them to just put in these phones, right? Like, it's like there will be some devices that I will say, okay, that is slightly overpriced, but there's no way I'm about to sit here and say the Pixel 6 Pro is overpriced at $1,000 or $1,100 when literally I'm doing way more on it than I am on an iPhone 12 Pro Max. And I like the experience that I'm going to get on a Pixel 6 Pro better than on an S21 Ultra. Like, there's no way I'm going to call the Pixel overpriced. I'm just not. It's not going to happen. Even with this device, man, this device technically, when it first came out, undercutted the S21 Ultra. It's just that the S21 Ultra, man, they got them trade-in deals, and it kind of made that device a lot cheaper. Plus, the camera at that time was like miles ahead of the OnePlus 9 Pro. But I'm really hoping that definitely changes, man. I'm copping regardless of the price. Yo, shout out to you, Mix. Facts, bro. Regardless of price. Especially on bigger devices, it has like a natural one-handed mode. It flows from the bottom up, and the app drawer makes it so easier. Custom anim. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to download it and try it out. That's exactly why I like Launcher. Yeah, bro, it's just so simple and they have the right amount of customization. Love it, bro. Launcher is dope too. Okay, okay. It's its own thing. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that joint out. I'm very interested in ColorOS. Bro, a ColorOS device that I was interested in, I just couldn't find one for a good price, was the Oppo Find X3 Pro. Because like OnePlus kind of jacked the ultra wide from that phone and put it on the OnePlus 9 Pro, because like the ultra wide and I'm pretty sure everybody knows at this point, but the ultra wide on OnePlus 9 Pro is it's pretty much the main lens from the OnePlus 8 Pro, just obviously wider. So the ultra wide on this should be the sharpest on the market, in my opinion, next to the Oppo Find X, excuse me, next to the Oppo Find X Pro 3, because that was another device I wanted to try out. But ColorOS, in my opinion, looks dope, bro. Looks dope. I have never used the Pixel, laugh out loud. I like how you can be basic or custom as you want on Smart Launcher. I don't use launchers on most phones, so when I do, I don't. Yeah, that's kind of how I am too, Gigi. Like, I don't normally use launchers all that much. Like, if I'm gonna use a device, I'm just gonna use pretty much what comes native. I usually find that experience a little bit better and more seamless than trying to throw a launcher on there. But I'm gonna have to check out Smart Launcher then, since y'all are really pushing this joint. And Gigi, I already know. So once they come out with that Pixel Fold, you definitely picking it up. Even though I personally think that you should pick up a Pixel 6 or Pixel 6 Pro this fall. Just my opinion, though. Just my opinion. Still love you, though. 2 lens on the 6 and 3 on the Pro. No. For the 5A, LaShawn. For the 5A I was talking about. For the 5A. I'm curious. I got here just in time to hear pick that joint up. I thought ignorant out. Yo, Michael Pepper Tech, what's going on with you, man? Happy you could make it, dude. Okay, let's not change the fight. Oh, talking to other comment. I got you. I was lost there. Oxygen combined with ColorOS gives us ClearOS. Okay, maybe not, but I like the idea of it. Bro, there's some things that I've seen with ColorOS that I do like, right? So if they can kind of keep that same buttery, like as fast and fluid as breathing that Oxygen OS already has, and just add those additional features on it, I'm on board. I'm on board with that. Google made Pixel Launcher so smooth, I can't imagine it with stable Android. Yo, facts. I honestly think at the end of the year, the smoothest and most fluid smartphones are going to be the iPhone 13 or whatever they call it and the Pixel 6 Pro. I think those will be, because I feel like those two devices are going to be the most optimized devices, because you got Google coming out with Tensor and all that other stuff. So they'll be able to really optimize it for that experience. So Gigi, I'm just getting you in the right mood for when you buy the Pixel. Yo, that's what I'm saying. As soon as that joint folds, Gigi's going to be all over it, bro. Yeah, Danny Winter's the dude, bro. He makes some dope camera comparisons. Like, he's so underrated. He's so underrated, bro. And I love finding YouTubers like that not a lot of people know about, but they're like gems. Man, I done sat and binge like 3-4 hours of Grant's videos and Danny's videos, like back to back. Like, literally, if there's a phone that I'm interested in, like today, I woke up this morning. I knew I was getting this last night, but I didn't get it yet, so I didn't want to talk about it. But I knew I was getting this last night. Literally, last night, I'm sitting Danny's video, Grant's video, Danny's video, Grant's video, just binging. Like, I love watching their channels for camera comparisons and stuff like that. I go stock when I buy any phone first. Yo, this right here. Yo, my point. Yeah. Yes, Gigi. Yes. If you are reviewing a phone, I don't feel like you should be allowed to put any type of launcher on that device until you've used it for at least 2 weeks. At least 2 weeks to really give a feel of what the manufacturer is trying to achieve with that particular launcher. So I feel like some people get it, throw Nova on there. And it's like, man, if you're reviewing it, fill out that particular launcher. That's why a lot of people still have this stigma that Samsung phones lag and stuff like that. But it's like, bro, have you used One UI lately? It ain't as responsive as, say, like MIUI or Oxygen OS or iOS or the Pixel, but it's definitely a lot better than it used to be. Just at least try it. Yo, Latrell, what's going on with you, man? Hope everything is good with you, bro. Barely even add apps to my home screen. I go for the folder route. I have pretty much everything on my home screen, but everything is organized in specific folders. Like Jason, he's seen my setup on my iPhone. That's probably the one that's like the most organized. On Android, it's kind of just like row of folders, Google search bar, some type of time and weather widget, and that's literally it. And then second page is like a calendar widget, and then my YouTube subscriber account widget at the bottom. That's pretty much it. But like my iPhone, literally, it's more things, you know, I'm moving my hands and everything, but like things around and all of that good stuff. How do you feel about companies dropping phones and not being ready for prime time? Everyone says it's going to be better with time. I disagree. Bro, I think the best thing that I could say to this is what Floss said about it. And I'm not trying to like ride his coattail with it, but what he said about this. The manufacturer isn't asking you for half or 3/4 of the money up front. They're asking you for the full amount. It's just like with the video game industry. For anybody who follows video games, these developers now are literally dropping games that like are still missing basic functionality, have tons of glitches and bugs. Cyberpunk 2077, man. For those who have played that, I literally pre-ordered it day one. Absolutely couldn't wait for it because I'm such a huge CD Projekt Red fan. Game absolutely flopped because of how bad it performed on PS5. I have a PS5 and played it. No, it's still not there. Crashes, all of that. So that whole mentality just in the whole electronic space just needs to go. If I'm giving you all the money up front, I want all the phone up front. And the thing that bugs me the most about it is like people will get the phone, right? And then they'll say, they're doing so good with updates because I've gotten 5 or 6 updates this month. Bro, they should have delayed the phone, given all them updates right there at the jump. The only reason you're getting those updates is because they're scrambling to fix all of this stuff, not because they're super good with updates. It just, excuse me, it just boggles my mind, man, like that mentality. I'm very much in the opposite camp, bro. Like, give me everything. Give me everything right up front. I'm giving you all the money up front. Period. Period. Microsoft Launcher was okay back in the day. Only Microsoft Launcher I've used is on the Duo, bro. I never use it on like a normal, on like a normal phone. Go Launcher was my first launcher. Never used Go Launcher, bro. Never. It must be nice though, because oh no, not nice. It must be trash. I read that comment wrong. Mem said it's booty right now. Always got the ghetto crack Nova Launcher Pro APK. I actually paid for it, man. I know like some of the stuff is like, yeah, but I actually paid for it. Like the dev, he can be a low hit or miss sometimes with Nova, or the devs, I should say, is more than one person, but I actually paid for it. I was willing to support it and everything. I'll be curious if they'll let us switch the lens in video and how smooth the transition will be. I'm going with the 6 until it has improved. Yo, Michael Pepper's like, that's a great point, bro. Up until this day, I don't know if the OnePlus 9 series can do it, but I saw a video or something where on the OnePlus 8 Pro, I think Juan may have mentioned it, you can actually switch between the lenses in 4K 60 on the OnePlus. I don't know if it happens on the 9 and 9 Pro, though. I'm not sure. I'm definitely going to be testing that out because that's something I've always wanted on the iPhone. I shoot 4K 30 pretty much exactly for that reason, because you can switch between all the lenses. And then like on Samsung newer devices, you can even, if you're doing 4K 30, you can even switch from the back lenses to your front lens, which is super dope. The actual transition for it is super jarring and like abrupt, but it's dope that you can do it nonetheless. I hope that Google does that though. I would love for you to be able to switch between the different lenses at 4K 60. But what really got me hyped for their video is when they were talking about adding all of that HDR processing from photos and doing it on the video side. That got me hyped, bro. That has me so hyped. Poco Launcher is clean and Eevee Launcher. Okay, all these different launchers, man. I've literally only pretty much stuck with Launcher or Nova. Those pretty much have been the only two that I've went with on this end. Smartphones tend to use the main cropped in instead of television unless in perfect lighting. And that's a good point too. A lot of people, ooh, give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Just seen something. All right, should be good. My bad. Had an emergency. I had to go run and stop little children from killing themselves real quick. But seems to be my job as a parent, or job as a parent as a whole. But no, like we were saying though, I really hope that Google does that. That would be dope. Okay, knowledge. I changed it up a little bit, bro. Y'all got the stock apps and all of that on there. That's pretty funny, dog. That's pretty funny. Got to catch up on these. My bad, guys. I'm using One UI. It's a tremendous improvement. A horizontal. Juan was talking about that not too long ago too. It is kind of weird, bro. It is kind of weird. Cyberpunk Day One. At least now it's stable. Bro, I still have it. I didn't return mine. I didn't return mine. I still have it. I just haven't re-downloaded it. I'm gonna wait until they come out with the next gen performance upgrade. Then I'm gonna actually play through the game. It is supply and demand. Give me now. That's definitely a fair point, man. And it's like, until we as consumers like stand up and say, look, like, we not gonna take this and stop buying, nothing's gonna change. So you will never get a fully cooked device. Yeah, and that's 100% true as well, Scoop. And it's like, I don't ever expect a phone to come out of the gate absolutely no bugs, no issues. I'm definitely not saying that. But when you show off, like, take the OnePlus 9 Pro. We'll go ahead and pick on this since I have it right here. When they showed camera samples and stuff like that of this device versus like the iPhone, stuff like that, those camera samples look significantly better than what this device launched with. Way better. That, in my opinion, is a little sus. That is a little sus. Don't advertise and market and hype your device up, then not give people what you promised them. Now, if they don't promise anything and we get updates over time, I'm not going to complain about that. But that what you're saying is definitely a fair point, though. Mark, you crazy. My iPhone ain't come out the gate without no bugs or nothing like that. I don't know what iPhone you using, but I need to roll with you. When I go get my iPhone, they must know when you walk in the Apple store. Yo, it's Mark. We got to get him one that ain't got no issues. If the Pixel gets portrait video, might sell my TV one. Laugh out loud. The OnePlus 9 Pro got portrait video. I can't wait to test that out too, man. That joint's gonna be fire. Cause like Samsung has it, and it's not like bad, but it's just not. It's not as good as like defocus. So, yeah. And I mean, I know a phone will never be as good as like the dedicated camera, but it's pretty far back. Pretty far back. Try Action Launcher. Developers always updating many customizations. I have to check that out. Yo, James, what's going on, my dude? Talking about where your mod status is. I kind of went on not like a purge, because if I took away wrenches or something like that, man, it's nothing personal or nothing like that towards anybody that I may have taken it from. It's just that the chat isn't super huge or anything like that. So I'm good with the set few that I got, man. I can't give out a wrench or a screwdriver to everybody, man. Launch of Jeopardy. Yo, for real, I had to go run and play daddy duty, man. I'm sorry. Just check. My OnePlus 9 lets me switch between ultra wide, wide, and 2x while recording. This is already becoming like one of my favorite phones this year so far. Seriously. House wasn't burning down, but the kids have bunk beds, and let's just say I heard a loud thump. And my 4-year-old, she sleeps on the top bunk, and she sleeps stupid wild. So immediately shut down everything. Let me go make sure she good, kind of thing. I miss Windows Phone. The home screen allowed. It was ahead of its time. Yo, if you want to go even further back, I don't know if you've ever like got to experience it, Chuck. I know that you know a little bit younger. But what was Palm's operating system called? I'm having a brain fart. I'm so mad. Palm's OS was ahead of its time. If you look at like iOS now, some aspects of Android, you see Palm's handwriting all over that joint. It's just some of these things just come out way before their time. Windows Phone was definitely one of those things, bro. Wanted to say what up off the bat. Yo, the ish, my dude. We'll chop it up later, my guy. We'll chop it up later. No, I agree with Scoop Galen. Don't sell your ZV1, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Galaxy have live focus video garbage. Yeah, it's honestly not that great. It's okay. It's something fun to say that you have it. I haven't used the OnePlus 9s though, so I'll definitely test that out in the camera review that I do for it. Yo, James, I appreciate you, bro, for that. It took a lot of work, but I'm happy I was able to get it going. Only the Galaxy S10 5G has good live focus video, only with the front camera, just because I didn't even know it had portrait mode video on the front facing camera. Oh, and the back too. I didn't even know it had it at all. I didn't know it had it at all. That's crazy. That Samsung was doing it that far back. Didn't know it. This is, oh, before we get to memes, bro, when you got little ones and you hear loud thumps, bro, I've literally been in a meeting for work, literally a Microsoft Teams meeting presenting something to like, I'm going to say top 1% of our company. And I heard a bump because obviously my kids are home for summer. I was like, look, kids are home, summertime. Somebody just got hurt. I got to go for a second. Paused it on all of them jokers, bro. I ain't even messing with it. That's what it. Yo, Lewis, you the GOAT, bro. WebOS, bro. WebOS was so far ahead of its time. Absolutely loved WebOS, bro. Those are the perks of being King iPhone. Yo, when Mark about to go in, he just call ahead. Yo, I'm coming through. He ain't got to tell him who it is. I'm coming through. They roll out the red carpet. Mark come in dancing on the red carpet. Oh, man. WebOS had all the gestures and stuff that you see, the whole gesture navigation, literally took it from WebOS. Literally, bro. Literally. You got your cash ready for the Z Fold 3. I know that price is, yo, I'm going to be basing my purchase decision off trade-ins, bro. Like, I'm thinking about trading in my Pixel 4 XL and my S21 Ultra, and then picking up a 5.8 to replace my Pixel, and then getting that Z Fold 3. That's what I'm thinking about doing, but are the cards going to roll that way? It depends on Samsung at this point. Palm ain't that old, man. It's what? Palm is... I don't know how old Palm is, but it's honestly not that old. You're right. But it is like older though. It is like older. I never used live focus video on a Galaxy a day in my life. I'm good. I can't, bro. I mean, I gotta try it out because supposedly it's good on the OnePlus 9 Pro. So we'll see what's up. WebOS is LG TV. Yeah, so LG bought the rights to use WebOS from Palm. Palm used to use WebOS on their phones back in the day. It kind of was like you remember that whole phase where every phone besides the iPhone was trying to do the touchscreen but still have a physical keyboard. That's where Palm kind of came into the mix. Where on the Palm, you still had like on the Palm phones, you still had like those physical keyboards, but you still had all the gestures and all that stuff from like a touchscreen device. But LG bought the rights to them, and that's kind of why they decided to do the WebOS on the TVs, which saddens me because I absolutely love Palm to the max. What gets me is portrait mode and FaceTime in iOS 15 is better than portrait selfies. That it is. I don't understand it. If they have the software for it to run that beast, I don't know. All right, but we're gonna start wrapping it up here, guys, shortly. So kind of get through these last comments. So any other questions about the setup, any questions in general, anything that you guys want to say to kind of close it out? Now's the time. Go ahead and drop it down in the comments. Like I said, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up in just a little bit here. Also, WebOS on LG TVs, garbage. See, I haven't even tried it on a TV, bro. Haven't even tried it. I don't even know if it's that. I don't think it's that old, Savage. 2007, because the first iPhone came out in 2007. Z Flip 3, Pixel 6, maybe another OnePlus are devices I want next, bro. Right now, the market is flooded with OnePlus 9 Pros, bro. You could probably get one of those for a steal. That Z Flip, I'm gonna have to live vicariously through you on that one, because, like I said, the Flip isn't really for me, but I can definitely respect and understand why people love it, though. But it's just not for me. I used to watch movies on same here. I used to watch movies on VHS tapes. Yeah. Yeah, I'll say you're not that young. You're not that young. I remember the Palm joint. They had a couple, but Palm Pre was like the one that comes to my mind first is the Palm Pre. Absolutely love the Palm Pre, bro. My aunt had it. I was a little too young to be getting phones like that at that time, but she had a Palm Pre. And all those gestures, all that stuff from now is on there. Apple cool with you and iOS 14 must have not been buggy for had too many bugs. Yeah, I ran into quite a few bugs on my iPhone as well. Not even with the beta, but before I went to the beta, to be honest. My battery life was actually better on iOS 15, surprisingly. I don't even understand that. I saw Kanye West was dropping another album or whatever the case may be. I heard he had something on Apple Music, like finishing it up, like live or something. I don't know. Man, since I did listen to 808 Heartbreak, and I did listen to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I listened to that. Ever since then, I ain't really been messing with Kanye like that. Yo, the one that's on your floor, bro. Them TVs was so massive, but the backs of them joints, they was thick, bro. Them joints was thick. I'm stoked for the Z Fold 3, so I can cop the Z Fold 2 for $5. Yo, that's like the #1 thing right there, because that's kind of what happened to me with the Z Fold 2. I mean, with the original Galaxy Fold. I got my original Galaxy Fold, and like it came out, the re-release came out in like what, September of that year. That next year in like March or April, the dude knew that Z Fold 2 was dropping. He was like, I'll give it to you for like $700. I got my first Z Fold, my first generation, I got it for $700. So that's the best time to cop those devices. What color? I went with that pine. This is the pine green. Probably can't see it that well, but I went with that pine green, bro. But in all honesty, for the price I paid, I would have been cool with any other colors, but I got the pine green. Mims, I know you had one. Did yours come with a case, bro? Because the box was sealed. Like literally, I had to break the seals to open the phone. Like it was sealed, so he hadn't opened it. But mine didn't come with a case. So I don't know. I don't know. Pablo is a legit album. I don't even think I listened to that one, to be 100% honest. Yeezus is good too. I think I might have heard a couple songs. Not really wasn't a fan, to be honest with you. I like the green as well, man. I would have, my preference would have been the black, just because the black kind of had that texture feel. But I already ordered the sandstone bumper case. I ordered it from a seller on eBay. That should be here by next Thursday is what they're talking about. So hopefully get that joint on time. Construction guy here, after pouring the foundation before starting the frame for the rest of the house, we would bring those. Dang, that's crazy, bro. Build the whole house around a freaking TV. That's insanity. Nah, mine didn't come with a case, and that joint looked blue on my screen. Yo, does it look blue? Probably because like the lights and whatever too, but it do kind of look blue. Actually, like now I'm kind of looking at it. It do kind of look a little blue. It kind of remind me of the blue on the iPhone a little bit, but nah, it's the pine green joint. No case came with yours either. Okay, cool. I'm not tripping then. I'm not tripping. That's what's up. All right, cool. So we're gonna go ahead, and with that, guys, let me move the Cash App. Like I said, for all of the tips and everything, man, I 100% appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for that, man. I honestly super humble. Appreciate all the love and feedback and the support with the setup, man. It came out way better than what I kind of envisioned, and it's always dope when your vision of what you have in your head comes out, comes to life. So super happy with it, man. I'm glad everybody is enjoying it. If you haven't yet, definitely make sure that you hit that like button, and also make sure that you catch my homeboy LaShawn. Holla at your boy with the Ignite hours. If everything goes according to plan, I will be on there getting real ignorant with everybody in the chat as well. So definitely make sure that you guys catch that tomorrow, man. But that being said, as always, thanks so much for watching my content, for joining me tonight with the live stream, guys. Have an awesome rest of your evening. One more day to the weekend, guys. Take it easy. Ikes Tech Talk out, man.